Asif Sheikh. 3 boundaries in 4 deliveries. And the tide has turned in favor of Nepal in this over.
He has put the foot down, Asif. Took 10 balls to get off the mark, but right now he's really getting in charge and scoring those much needed boundaries. Third boundary of this over. It's already on 33 or 42 deliveries.
This is sensible batting now from Asif Sheikh. He's growing in confidence. The more time he spends in the middle, the dangerous he'll get. And this is what a change in the batting or in the playing 11 can do. You sit out one game, you clear your mind, you see a different perspective, and then you come back strongly in the next one. 14 overs, 57 for 1. "57-run partnership between the two. 34 from Asif Sheikh and 22 from the young Arjun Kumar. Was out of the team for one game, and Asif Sheikh now comes back and has done well so far, Preetu.
Yeah, he's looked good. Again, I'm pushing for that double on this one. Got off to a very slower start, but then he's a class player. He's been there, done that for Nepal in numerous occasions, and this time he just took his time. Like you rightly pointed out, just need to adjust to the pace of the wicket, see what your options are, and then once you're settled and your eyes are in, then you can just rotate the strike and punish the loose deliveries.
And that's exactly what he's done. He's taken some time and now he's playing his shots. And some poor bowling not helping Oman's cause as well. Wasim Ali was very ordinary in that first over. Bowled too many full deliveries, too close to Asif Sheikh, and he just cashed in on that. Nadeem Khan, though, is a very different bowler. I think he's much more matured as a left-arm spinner. And he's got more control as well. And if you can see, if you just noticed, Preetu, he's been able to get some turn on this wicket as well. No run on that occasion, so just 1 run off this over. Good start for Nadeem Khan. After 15, it's 58 for 1.
साथीहरु सबैजनाले लाइक र सब्स्क्राइब पनि गर्दै जानु है सबैजनाले
Well, they took some time to decide who's going to bowl this over, and in the end it's going to be Wasim Ali. Gave away 13 in his first. He's got another over. And that was a full delivery again, right into the block hole there. Good fielding by Hamad Mirza at covers.
Not sure if you noticed, Shoaib, he's got a very uncanny resemblance to Akshar Patel. Wasim Ali, his bowling action, just the way he comes in. Slightly more loopier than what Akshar would bowl, and good effort there. Ahmad couldn't prevent a single. This is the phase where Nepal needs to rotate the strike. The middle phases are where they're really good at. They strike at 4.5 runs and over. ODI since 2024. The likes of Dipinder Singh Airi, Arif Sheikh to come. They like the rotation of strike more, get their singles, push for the doubles, and take the threes if there is any. That's what Wasim. This over has been really good, slowing it down, just pulling the length back ever so slightly, which has made Arjun just wait for that delivery a bit more longer. That one is cut very nicely.
That's in the gap, but won't go all the way. Hasnain Shah will cut that off. Two Hasnains playing today for Oman. One of them making his international debut, Hasnain ul Wahab. We'll see him bat in the innings. He comes in place of Mujibur Ali, was flown in a couple of days back. Mujibur Ali is out due to an injury and has been sent back home, and that brings an opportunity for Hasnain al Wahab. Right then, 16 overs completed. Better over this from Wasim Ali, just 3 runs off it. It's 61 for 1. That one wicket of Binod Bhandari, that's all that Oman could get in the first 16 overs. But since then, it has been a show of grit and determination in the middle for Nepal. Asif Sheikh, the experienced campaigner, alongside the young and upcoming talent of Nepal, Arjun Kumar, 24 for him, 36 for Asif Sheikh, and this partnership is worth 61 runs. Change in bowling. Only 1 over for Nadeem Khan, so I think he'll have a change of end. Siddharth Patnam comes in. Right arm off spin. Very few of those in modern day cricket. You don't see them a lot. Do you think it's a dying art?
Well, the way the modern cricket has been going, it's very tough for off spinners to survive. We must admit that for sure. That's why we see a lot of mysteries going on from the offies, bowling those carom balls, those wrong ones. But it's always good to have a genuine off spinner in the ranks. You get that turn whenever the pitch allows you to get the purchase out of it. As you see that one as well, it just kind of turned, always coming into the batsman. It makes life easier, but then you also have to take the risk of going with the turn.
Yeah, I would want to see Siddharth bowl slower today. And yes, try to get some turn. That's nicely done by Arjun Kumar. A little too wide from Siddharth, and Arjun has cut away for 4 more. Very strong in that zone, Arjun Kumar.
He's been very severe on that shot, has Arjun. Anything outside the off-stump or even slightly outside the off-stump, and he doesn't mind just slashing at it, and most often than not just finds that gap. Too much room provided there by Patnam. That made life easier for Arjun. Just has to finish on the stumps. Siddharth has to, if he's to trouble the batsman more, that's more like it. That's the area that he'd like to stick more often.
Yeah, closer to the stumps and vary his space in that area. Yeah, nicely bowled again, flighted it around the off stump. So that's much better from Siddharth Patnam. Cuts it again, but this time straight to the fielder. Wasim in that position. End of the over. 17 overs completed. Nepal 66 for 1. Yeah, change of ends for Nadeem Khan. 2 overs for him so far. Asif Sheikh rocks on the back foot and plays that in the gap. A loud roar from the crowd as Asif Sheikh gets into the 40s with a 4.
He's slowly getting into his groove. Is Asif. Shot again from Nadeem. And he bounces on it really quickly. Knows where the gaps are. Mid-wicket fielder, square leg fielder rather. Little finer. That's more like it from Nadeem. He'd like to stay there more often because you can get the purchase out of the wicket. The batsman will have to think twice before they play any attacking shots whenever the ball is finishing on the stumps. As you see, there's a slight turn that always creates the doubt in a batter's mind.
And I think it's going to get slower as well as the day progresses. From what we've seen so far, batting second has not been easy. Historically, if you look at the record at this venue, it's been a chasing ground. Teams that have chased have won more than teams that have batted first, but not in this leg of the ICC Men's CWC. If you see, I think out of the 5 matches, none of the teams have been able to chase down a target. Teams batting first in 5 games have gone on to win the game. So that toss was very crucial for Nepal. They got it right. Now they need to put runs on the board. Oh, that's nicely bowled by Nadeem. Good bowling. Landing it in the right area and getting some revs on the ball.
Oh, the spinners in the Nepalese dugout would be licking their lips. See that again, shot again. They need to be more consistent. Just trouble the batsman more, pitching in those areas. That did bounce and turn the last delivery. End of that one, 71 for 1. 72 for 1, beg your pardon.
Those numbers definitely increasing. You talk about Nepal spinners and their role in this game. You've got Sandeep Lamichhane, the magician, the wizard, top class bowler, one of my favorite leg spinners in modern day cricket. And then you've got Lalit Rajbanshi as well. And these two will definitely enjoy bowling on this pitch, as we can already see some turn for Siddharth Bukkapatnam and Nadeem Khan. So it's going to be an interesting contest, and I like such pitches, Preetu, where there is something on offer for the bowlers as well. You don't want a flat deck where runs are being scored and the bowlers are taken to the cleaners. You want an evenly balanced contest.
You get to see a lot of skill set from both the batters and bowlers if the pitch does allow some purchase for the spinners and the medium pacers. That's what a good cricketing wicket would look like, as this one is certainly looking like one. The batsmen have to be up for it. There is turn on this track, and the bowlers have to find that right pace as to when and where they can vary the pace. The batsmen have to be clever playing their shots.
Well, 3 players converging. They'll come back for 2. That's good running between the wickets. Arjun Kumar and Asif Sheikh. It's looked like a good partnership between the two. Do they play a lot of cricket together in the domestic structure, or they play for different teams?
Not really. They play for different teams. Arjun, the youngster, plays for Gandaki province, whereas Asif plays for departmental side in APF. It's all about the understanding whenever 2 batters are on the crease.
Yeah, just to quickly put some light on Asif Sheikh's batting in the last couple of years in one-day cricket. His career average is 29, but if you look at his average last year, he played 7 matches. That dropped to 22. So he's been off colour, and in that last year of 2025 where he played 7 matches, his highest score was only 37. No 50s, no 100s, no big scores coming Asif's way. And this year, although it's just 3 matches, including this 44 that he scored, his average is around the 30s back again. So that last 1 year has not been great for Asif Sheikh, and he'll want to change that. 78 for 1. Yeah, 44 for him. No 50 for Asif Sheikh in the year 2025 and 2026. Hopefully this is one that comes his way. He deserves it today because the way he's batted, this is what is expected from him.
So the stage is set for Asif, playing at home after he didn't have a very good last year, and also beginning of this year he's not scored many runs in the ODI format. Right now he's got a good start, and also the drop from the last match must have played on his mind. Doesn't get dropped too often, Asif.
And Asif, he does like to play against Oman and score runs against Oman as well. Like I said, his career average is 29, but against Oman in 7 matches, his average is 43. And his highest score is a 90. 250s against Oman. So he does like scoring against this opposition. If he gets to his 50, this could be his third 50 against Oman.
And also the think tank must have thought about whom to play in that number 3 position. They obviously had the option of Kushal Patel, who has batted at that position. But Asif, he needed some runs. Does the think tank think about the opposition as well? If he has done well against a specific team, you bring the player in, back him to score more runs against them. We'll continue that chat after this. 82 for 1.
साथीहरू सबैजनाले लाइक पनि ठोकौँ है, लाइक पनि ठोकौँ, सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरिदिनु होला सबैजनाले। म गेम चाहिँ देखाइरहन्छु हजुरहरूलाई।
Yeah, this is a fine start by Nepal in this last league game in this leg of the ICC Men's CWC League 2. And what's really encouraging is a wonderful turnout and the way the crowd has been trickling in all through the morning. They're coming to support the Rhinos, and we've seen the best turnout so far out of the 6 games. And if you're anywhere close by in Nepal, well, the TU ground is your destination, because at the moment, the boys are putting on a show against a side they lost to a couple of days ago. Arjun Kumar opened in the previous game, has now come out at number 3. Asif Sheikh got a lifeline back in his opening position, and he's got 46 in 59. This partnership worth 82 in 20. Steady start here for Nepal.
Good start, no doubt. As for Siddharth Bukapatnam, changing his angle and the field as well. You see a short mid-wicket and also a square leg in place. Coming around the wicket here more often than not, just inclined to pull those lines on the stumps. Batsman looking to play it off the pads, just like that one. Middle over, they just need to take this partnership long. They have built it up really nicely. Asif Sheikh just approaching his half century. Arjun Kumar has been giving him very good assistance from the other end.
I've really liked Asif Sheikh's stay in the middle, Prithu. You've seen a lot of Asif Sheikh. Have you seen something different in today's innings by him in this 60 ball 46 to what you've seen in previous innings?
I think it's the focus. He's focusing a bit more. Obviously, we know that he took some deliveries to get off the mark, played 9 deliveries. And since then, after that single run, the things have changed. He's got a few boundaries just before the drinks break. And the way he's playing the shots, he's looked more certain, looked to play down the ground and capitalize on anything loose. He's looking good. And once he gets well settled, he likes to play that long innings. Obviously, he just has 100 under his belt. Would certainly look to make that a couple if things pan out really well for him. End of the over, 85 for 1.
Nobody wants to miss out on the action this morning at the TU Stadium, and you can sense the crowd coming in thick and fast. Everyone's rushing to the stands. That's because they know their boys are putting on a show with the bat, and this is a lovely turnout. Come the rain, come the heat, come the sun, it doesn't really matter. We want to see our boys in action. Back live. Oh, pushing for a single here, sent back by Kumal. And what I really like about Arjun Kumar, you can correct me if I'm wrong, this is my observation. He displays a stoic presence, a rational demeanor, where he shows a lot of calmness and composure even during adversity. No reactions, only action with the bat. Nice, organic purity in his batting. With a lot of fluidity, he gets those strokes going, Prithu. Very impressive in his second outing.
That's been his hallmark, even playing for his provincial side, Gandik province. He bats long, opens the innings, and the wicket stumbling from the other end does not bother him. Just plays his natural game, goes his merry way, has a very calm demeanor whenever he bats. See a small injury there, ball just hitting the knee of the fielder.
I'll tell you what, for those who've played cricket, and when that ball impacts the side of your knee, that can really hurt. Oh, that'll be hurting. And you could sense the fielder was down on his haunches and couldn't really recover after that. That can be painful. Jiten Ramanandi, he has a couple of overs. He's limping back. He'll get some treatment. Jiten will just get that spray and icing done. And he's known as Pankha. in the Oman dressing room. That's his nickname, yeah. Affectionately known as Pankha in the side. He's from Pakistan, Mardan, but he idolizes Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Virat Kohli. Dhoni because of his finishing ability and Virat for his batting technique. In fact, he's caused some problems for Nepal in the past. One of his best career bowling figures has been 4 for 20, which he achieved against Nepal during the T20 World Cup qualifiers. And he's looked upon as a future all-rounder in the making with great abilities with bat and ball. We've seen it with the ball, still to come good with the bat. And he needs to get going with the fielding too. I just felt he was a bit casual today, Prithu.
Yeah, he did drop that catch off Arjun Kumar. But you rightly mentioned, Mikhail, he does have a very good prospect. Is a very good prospect for Omani cricket. Very clever bowler as well. Likes to flight the ball. Hasn't got a wicket yet, but certainly does look like a very promising youngster. 89 for 1.
Clear skies. What more does a cricket fan need when their team is in action? Alright then, Asif Sheikh, 49. He's batted well. Asif Sheikh, the opener, has been a picture of focus and concentration this Tuesday morning. Has shown patience, resilience and application to bring up his 14th ODI 50. It's taken him close to 12 innings and almost 2 years to get this 14th ODI 50, and it's come in good time, and he'll really pride over this effort.
He's been brilliant this morning as Asif. Again, getting to that 14th half century, richly deserved. And Arjun Kumar. He's been providing the support as well. Remember, the first wicket fell when the score was 0, so they have put on 90. Asif getting to that 50 of 66 deliveries. That has been his hallmark, Asif. Just takes his time, is very patient, knows his game inside out, knows that if he stays out there in the middle, he has got all shots in the book. He can always accelerate whenever he feels like.
Cut away. Siddharth Bukkapatnam also is a late bloomer in Oman cricket. Originally from Jamshedpur, Jharkhand, went on to play first-class cricket for Andhra. And despite starting his first-class career in 2016, he made his international debut in 2024 at the age of 34. Siddharth Bukkapatnam, the off-spinner in action, and he achieved a rare feat of making his T20 debut on his 34th birthday in a match against Canada. Very nice boy.
Played for Andhra, if I'm not mistaken, did Bukkapatnam. Single to finish that over, 92 for 1.
A lovely turnout. Everyone's out in their Nepal jerseys, and we've seen the best turnout so far in this leg, and this man has delighted all of them. On a comeback here, dropped in the last game, and Asif Sheikh has taken his time, but he's done extremely well in picking his spots, piercing the gaps and playing to the merit of the ball. Picked the length early and got to his 14th ODI half century. Well played, and he'll know for himself this job is half done and only started in this innings for Nepal and himself.
Yes, and knowing Asif, he'd like to carry on, make this count, make it into a big one. As we finally see Hasnain Shah coming into the attack for the first time in this match. We've been discussing as to why didn't he bowl in the earlier stages with the new ball. So Jiten Ramanandi bowl with that new ball. Maybe the idea behind him to bowl with the new ball was to get that angle in to the right-hander. So now it's Hasnain would like to deliver a breakthrough here for Oman. That drop catch earlier on of Arjun Kumar dropped by Nadeem, short third. It's a wide signal by the umpire. As for Arjun, he just like to rotate strike, and that one, see, just throwing his bat at it, and a very casual effort, like you mentioned, Mikhail. He should have caught that one.
And that's why, as a captain, you need to place your fielders in the right positions. And I want to believe Nadeem Khan is a good fielder. He's young, he's looked upon as a great all-rounder, and that backward point is for gun fielders. Yeah, tries to get into position quickly. Yeah, Arjun Kumar just feels that he's been playing for the last 2-3 years in the Nepal side. Does not feel like ODI number 2, Prithu. What really sets the mindset apart for players like him?
I think his nature allows him to be that way as well. He's very calm, doesn't speak much, just goes about his batting very calmly. Even during the knocks that he played in the PM Cup, he's very calm about things, and that one is nudged away. Would be interesting to see the signal made by the umpire. Leg byes it is. Just straying down the wicket is Hasnain, and this opening over of his bowling a bit too straight. That's why he has can earn in line. Didn't get a bat to it, did Asif, but Nepal wouldn't mind. They get a boundary.
Yeah, this partnership is now reaching 100, just one run away from that 3-figure mark. And it's Sheikh and Kumal who are doing magic in the middle. Hasnain Shah was brilliant in the Namibia leg. Yeah, he's looked solid. 100 comes up courtesy that single. And Nepal, in search of that partnership up front in the top order, have once again found the men for the job in Sheikh and Kumal.
Excellent partnership between these two. 100 of 135 deliveries. They have really steadied the ship. Early wicket of Binod Bandari, he went in the first delivery that he faced. But since then, these two have really been solid in the middle. As you see a field change from Hasnain. The mid-on and mid-off fielders up inside the circle. Maybe just to shorten that length.
Hasnain Shah, very good bowler for Oman. He rocked the batting lineup of almost all the teams in that Namibia leg. 3 for 58, 4 for 26, 2 for 38 in the 3 matches he played. 9 wickets across 3 matches. And I believe he really got the ball to move at a very good pace. He's come in very late in the 24th over. He's come on to bowl. Just a bit surprised. He's usually a bowler who enjoys that new ball in hand. Yeah, but the momentum with Nepal, 24 done, 101 for 1.
Booker Putnam to continue the attack. Arjun Kumar just waiting for those deliveries where he can nudge it. Doesn't take too much of risk. Arjun likes to play on the merit of the deliveries. And whenever Siddharth has come around the wicket, he has not given too much room that he really likes to play to the off spinners.
Yeah, they've played themselves in. This partnership is strong. Things are nicely set for the batters like Paudel, Irie, Gulshan Jha, and Arif Sheikh. Yeah, he's so assured about his batting, but a good start to this over. 3 dots. And you feel something gives after a quiet passage of play.
And Oman have kept things really tight in the last few overs. Just not giving any room. Just asking the batsman to make a mistake. With dots piling up. You can see there again. Looking to cut the ball really hard. But the ball just stopping on him. And he's finding it hard to find that gap. They do have 2 fielders saving the single on the leg side. With them really tightening the screws, you feel that something's got to give. See, again, that square leg fielder in play.
Yeah, I don't mind Arjun Kumar consuming these dot deliveries. They have 9 wickets in hand, but that should not play on Asif Sheikh's mind. That's my only concern. Sometimes dot at one end prompts the batter at the other end to get a bit more adventurous and then creates a bit of a problem. What an over here by Booker Putnam. He's kept it so tight in the width of the stumps. And finally, he'll concede a single of the last ball of over number 25 at the halfway stage. Nepal looking good. Going a little over 4 and over at this stage. 1-0-2 for 1.
See that bowling card for Oman. 6 bowlers have been used. Just that single over for Hasnain as he comes for his second over. Again, straying onto the pads. Why, huge appeal by the wicket keeper and the bowler. Umpire is unmoved. Doesn't give that wide as well.
And trust Mr. Prageet Rambakuela to have a grin on his face. I'll tell you what, Hasnain Shah came out with a delayed appeal. His appeal was more of a reaction to what the wicketkeeper suggested. Or was he celebrating? Oh, they felt there was an educated edge onto that one to the wicketkeeper, but look at Prageet Rambakuela. Stands firm. And it had to take Jatinder Singh to pacify his bowler and tell him to go back to the run-up.
Yeah, he had already given the marching orders to Arjun there, Hasnain. Good decision in the end. Can we see that line? He's trying to attack the stumps, but he's spraying down the leg side. A bit more than what Jatinder would like to see. As you see that again, he's asking him to finish on the stumps. Just bowls with an angle, does Hasnain.
I'm only trying to understand what's the explanation Hasnain is giving Jatinder Singh here about bowling 2 deliveries down the leg side. I'm not too sure if he's convinced Jatinder. But Jatinder is saying just keep it straighter, keep it simple. We need to break this partnership. Good turnout, Prithu. Lovely to see the crowd coming in. Yeah, that's more like it. Another single.
Yeah, the turnout so far has been good. And you'll see a lot more people coming in, especially at that Chobar end, where Hasnain is bowling from to his right. You see a lot of people with their umbrellas. They're expecting a nice sunny day. And also, you never can neglect the fact that you might see some rain as well. That doesn't look to be in the forecast. They hope so. There's no rain. As for the crowd, they are slowly building up. They're getting behind their Nepal team. So Hasnain, he just has to bowl around that off stump. We can bring the ball back in. Short delivery and punished. And punished with some ferocity by Asif Sheikh. Hits it over that fine leg for a huge six.
Yeah, and that's what we know of Asif Sheikh. He loves that area. We saw him get a six a couple of days ago but departed early. Today he's not played that shot until he's got to his 50. He's curbed his natural instincts. And once he's set, he got inside the line of the ball and now he's freeing his arms. And this is a good sign. He's put a price on his wicket. He missed out on the last game. He must have felt it. The fear of missing out that you call in contemporary Gen Z language. He went through all of that in that last game, and today he's taken that opening slot once again and made it his own, and that's how you do it. Costly over. Quick single after that six. Brilliant cricket here by Nepal. Oh, it could be a bit of an overthrow. Nicely backed up in the end.
We're seeing glimpses of Asif's stroke making. He's rotating the strike and punishing anything that he feels like he can make the maximum out of it. See the
Couple of days ago, we were not able to see any of this. Covered with clouds, dense fog, mist, call it whatever. Today it's pristine clear, Prithu. What does this mean?
hopefully we'll get the full game. That's what the teams would be hoping for. Clear skies. But it always amazes me that the wind just brings the cloud in from all directions, and suddenly you have clouds all over hovering right on top of our heads. Sometimes hope that it's not the case today. It was a beautiful day yesterday as well, with some rain, but hopefully we don't see any rain today. So you see a very good backdrop. That's where Hasnain would like to be more often. Jatinder just mentioning that that's the area that he'd like to see him bowl. End of that one, 1-1-1 for 1.
One for 1. Yeah, seen a completely different Asif Sheikh on display to the last couple of games. Watchful and very tenacious in his innings over here, very gritty.
And he's managed to lift that strike rate up as well. And boundaries have helped him, especially around the off stump. Capitalize on those loose deliveries. Booker Putnam has bowled really good channels. After that first over, he was not quite consistent, but after that first over, he's found his groove, especially attacking from around the wicket. He has managed to silent the batsman, put the brakes on.
Oh, that was a quick single. I just felt maybe Mirza could have created a bit of an opening here. Initially, they did have some hiccups with the running between the wickets. Yeah, but good to see the 20-year-old respond to his senior partner. Direct hit, Arjun Kumar would have looked back at Asif Sheikh and said, was that run needed?
Need to be careful. The fielders there in short mid wicket and short square leg are there to save the single. They are on their feet. The batsmen need to be careful. Just need to take those safe singles. Just like that one down the ground by Arjun. This line from Bukapatnam has been troubling. Not wicket threatening, but then he has put the brakes on. Just bowling in partnerships right now. See Stuart Law. That one's been hit.
दामी हिट ल
And what hit that is well.
दामी
Going
shot
over mid
लाग्यो,
wicket.
दामी।
Asif Sheikh. That's his second six in consecutive overs.
Yeah, it feels like the Oman bowlers have been shaken and stirred by Sheikh in the middle here. Look at that. He had to reach out to it, goes down on that right knee, gets underneath that, and takes full toll on this one. Sweet connection. Found the longest par of the boundary and got the longest hit of the day. What an innings Sheikh is playing in the middle. Yeah, this is innings laced with a lot of maturity and responsibility. Asif Sheikh, end of another over. But look at that, how sweetly he connected that Prithu. It soothes the heart, right, sometime when you time it so well.
Beautiful, beautiful shot from Asif. Puts his head down and gets that middle of the bat. It's always going all the way whenever he connects. 119 for 1. Snane's third over. Full. He's bowling the full lengths, Mikhail, but he has the mid-on and mid-off up inside the circle. Would you say that he finds Arjun Kumar not attacking whenever he's bowling too full, doesn't go over? That might entice a false stroke from Arjun.
Yeah, just go back to that appeal over there. Hasnain Shah took off. Felt there was an edge on the way to the wicketkeeper. So did Vinayak Shukla. But they just didn't find the nod of Prageet Rambakuela. Neither was Jatinder Singh
साथीहरु
impressed, nor
सबैजनाले
was
लाइक
Hasnain
पनि
Ali
गरौँ
Shah.
सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरौँ है
Yeah, sometimes
सबैजनाले
you got
लाइक
to
पनि
smile
बढाइदिउँ न
through
अलिअलि
these situations. Back live. You made a good question. Oh, that's been played beautifully. Flicked off
दामी
his
चारा
bat, works
गर्दा
two for
त
the fielder in the deep.
भएन
Aryan Bisht, I reckon it is, yes. Jersey number 27, 2 for the taking. Well, two things. I've heard about the nervous 90s. Maybe for Arjun Kumar, it could be the nervous 40s. Secondly, not a bad ploy to just tell the batter and challenge him to go over the top against one of the best premier bowlers in the middle. So it's a good move here by Jatinder to bring mid-on and mid-off up in the circle.
Yeah, and Arjun is reluctant to play those shots over the fielder's head as well. Unlike Asif, he wouldn't mind that. But Arjun, yes, definitely he is looking to get that maiden half century. Not just that one. Will pick up a single, so it's against his natural game as well. So Jatinder has made a good fielding change in terms of Arjun Kumar whenever he's taking strike.
And look at Binod Bhandari, who's out in the second over and he's still to bat down. Happens, Binod. Got to move on from it and focus on the next assignment. Yeah, you could sense that he's hurting. Yeah, happens with the best in the business. Lot of stories in the dugout over there. Kushal Burtel missing out. Wow!
चारा
Talk
हो
about a batter in full flow and fluency. Nicely fielded in the deep.
दामी फिल्डर गरिदियो
Wasim Ali keeps it to one, but that shot certainly highlighted his form in the middle.
Just as we were talking about it, he doesn't mind going over the fielders, but for Asif, Jatinder has the long on back. He knows the batsman's strengths and weaknesses as the Omani captain. Smart moves. These are the small details that the captains need to pick, and he's done that to full justice.
Incredible take behind the stumps. Vinayak Shukla, one-handed stunner.
आउट भयो
And I'm afraid Arjun Kumar's valiant effort An intense vigil comes to an end. Tried to get cheeky and run it down third. But the maiden ODI half century will have to wait.
50 नै पुगेन
He
नि
walks for a well-made gritty 48, but it's the brilliance of Shukla behind the stumps that spells doom for the batter.
Never easy, those catches. Yes, you are diving to your natural side, but the ball is dipping on you. Sticks out that right hand and grabs it, does Vinayak Shukla. So breakthrough here for Oman, a much needed one at that. Arjun Kamal heads back for a well-made 48 of 87 deliveries. Nepal lose their second wicket. 123 for 2.
रोहित पौडेल आएछ टुकटुक खेलेरै वाक्कै ल्याउँछ फेरि यसले
Captain Rohit Paudel makes his way to the middle, got a good 39 in that last outing against UAE. It's the best he's got in this leg. Good thing that he was fluent in that innings, was out to a short ball that just surprised him. But otherwise he's had a good league too. He can better those numbers. Hasnain. Captain gets off the mark. They're pushing for the second. And they'll settle for one. Good over this by Hasnain Shah. Gets the wicket of Arjun Kamal. 5 runs coming off it. 124 for 2.
RKP, Rohit Kumar Paudel, the Nepali captain, in the middle. Oman will sense an opening here, Mikhail. They know that Rohit likes to take his time whenever he's starting off his innings. But with the spinners in the attack, he might be at ease. Likes to play the spinners, really manipulates the field well. Has got all the shots. You see there, he just will be reluctant to play anything down the ground or even attacking shots go in the air. Just take some time, and that might entice Jatinder to attack a bit more as well.
We just saw one batter getting out to that shot. Paudel wouldn't want to be the second. But I guess Rohit Paudel knows his job here. Trying to get too cute over here. Very lucky for him.
Does like that shot, the late cut, the very late cut. Tries to use the pace of the bowler. He can't play that shot. The fielders are too wide. But Bukkapatnam will try to finish on the stumps. He's getting that ball to turn as well. The slightest hints of turn at offer for Bukkapatnam. Sweeps that one, will be a single.
Yeah, and I feel they've bowled well. That last half an hour to 45 minutes, they may not have got wickets, but they've not allowed that run rate to go over 5.5 or somewhere close to 6. So they've kept them around 4. So what they're doing is they're slowly but surely putting the squeeze around the Nepal batters. Asif Sheikh for them is the danger man. If I'm Asif Sheikh, then I'll be looking at a big score here. Got to look at that second ODI 100.
Yeah, he should. He's well set. And he needs to take up that responsibility of batting the maximum number of overs that he can. It's never easy for a new batsman to come in and rotate strike right away or hit boundaries. But in Rohit, he has a very able partner who would just like to stay out there, nudge the singles around, just like that, down the ground, and build another partnership with the captain. 127 for 2.
Yeah, so the distance between the fall of the first wicket and the second wicket has been a long stretch. And that's why Nepal have been able to have a good control of the first 1.5, 2 hours. Not seen many skyscrapers, so credit to Oman here. Yeah, Hasnain nicely flicked away here by Powdell. They'll get 2, one for the shot, one for the throw. Hasnain, a very skiddy customer with the ball, if you see. Doesn't have a big jump. You don't see that stride. He just lands and delivers.
And from an angle too. See, they're just again spraying down the leg side is Hasnain. Just does not bowl closer to the stumps. Hasnain is a bit wider to the crease, and that also affects whenever you're bowling and trying to finish on the stumps. That's where he'd like to stay more. They do pick up a single, but Jatinder wouldn't mind that as long as he's around that 4th to 5th stump where he also got that wicket of Arjun.
Yeah, just knowing and seeing Hasnain Ali Shah over the years, he can be really quick. But what really works for his benefit is that he can get that ball to move. So many bowlers have that jump at the point of delivery. Hasnain Shah doesn't really have that big jump or stride. Just another foot forward, but he comes in very quickly at the crease. Good gather here.
Yeah, he gathers well. Has a very strong action. So, like you rightly mentioned, the jump isn't there, but he's quite skiddy. And these type of tracks might suit his type of play. As you see the action, no jump at all, in fact. Does have to good follow through, strong action. But if he gets that extra jump, you might see that extra yard of pace as well. What might be the reason that he's not opening the bowling, Mikhail? Is it the conditions, just the tactics that they've gone with?
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I'd want to believe now the designated opening bowler for Oman is Shakil Ahmed. He's always going to be there with a new ball in the power play. It's who's going to share the ball with him. Very nice rhythmic action, very quick onto the crease, nice and skiddy, not much of a jump, good gather. Yeah, and a nice follow through. We've seen the new ball shared by different bowlers for Oman. We saw Shah Faisal, Jitin Ramanandi together, Shakil Ahmed. As well, opened the bowling, but Hasnain has so far not opened the bowling for Oman in all the matches that he's played in. In this leg, so, take a look at that wicket. Arjun Kumar, very uncharacteristic on his behalf. Would you have thought Arjun Kumar would try to play that nudge down to third, that cheeky nudge, Ritu?
You don't see that too often from Arjun. He has more of a punching game. Would have been better off just playing it straight rather than going behind the wicket. As Rohit looks for that quick single shy at the stumps. Safe. End of the 30th. Nepal 131 for 2.
सबैजनाले
Yeah,
सब्स्क्राइब
Nepal
पनि
going a
लाइक पनि
little over
गरौँ है
4 and over. Oman have done well to put the squeeze. Paudel has just walked out the fall of Arjun's wicket, but Asif is looking good in the middle. 70 of 82.
आन भाइ छक्का
Oh, he's got stuck underneath
Rami.
this one and he knew it from the ball west. His bat that
Rami
was out
Chakka.
of here. His sixes have been clean this morning for Asif Sheikh. And he's playing an authoritative innings in the middle this morning. Just the right time to also welcome Shoaib Ahmed with the six.
Yeah, great hit. Asif has looked good all throughout this innings. And this one is right there at the top. Not the best of bowling from Siddharth Bukapatnam. And he's been sensible as well. Looks very calm and composed in the middle there.
Yeah, the feature of Asif Sheikh's batting is the fire and ice approach. Yeah, he's just middle that right out of the screws. That's the right definition. What a hit. You talk about the standout feature, the six followed by the single. There it is. I keep calling it an innings laced with maturity.
Yeah, some trouble for Oman in the form of Asif Sheikh. Clean hit. And this angle from Siddharth Bukapatnam did work against Arjun Kamal. But against Asif Sheikh, I don't think it's been working so far. Rohit Paudel will come back for two.
Hey, you talk about Dipendra Singh Airi, very fast runner between wickets, but Rohit Paudel is not far behind Shoaib. For the second run, he was hesitant over here, but look how quickly he got to the other end. He set off quickly, he stops, then suddenly realizes, and there again that sprint. I wonder what's going to happen when Airi and Paudel are there in the middle.
They complement each other really well, and we've seen that partnership, Rohit and Dipendra Singh Airi, when they're together. They do enjoy running between the wickets. Expensive over, this 9 of it from Siddharth.
Yeah, comes too far across every now and then to spin and pace Rohit Paudel. Likes to get inside the line, but good over. 10 coming off it. They need to find a move on Nepal. 1 for 1 for 2.
अब पौडेलले अलिक हात खोल्नु पर्यो है हात खोल्नु पर्यो है सबैजनाले लाइक र सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरिदिनु है सबैजनाले सपोर्ट पनि गर्दै गर्नु
Asif Sheikh has looked like $1 million today. Chanceless innings, and has shown some great maturity in the middle. 31 overs bowled, 141. As Oman turned to their most experienced bowler, the highest wicket taker in the ICC Men's CWC League 2, Shakil Ahmed. .47 wickets for Shakil, top wicket taker, and he's one of the reasons why Oman are in that number 3 position.
Top edge opportunity, and that's been taken. Paudel stays short-lived, and it's a great move by Jatinder to bring in Shakil Ahmed, and the left-arm spinner justifies his presence in the middle. One brings two, and Oman are right back in this contest, polishing off the top 3.
Yeah, looking to sweep the ball, takes the top edge, a risky shot indeed, and a simple catch taken. Nadeem Khan this time doesn't drop, although it looked a little awkward, but he's finally managed to hold on to it. Rohit Paudel walks back for 9 of 16. It's the third wicket down from Nepal, and there's a loud roar as the Tiger
अब
walks
टाइगर
into the
आयो
center.
टाइगरले केही गर्छ कि
Dipendra Singh Airi, the man of the moment for Nepal, the vice captain.
ल टाइगर आयो है साथीहरू सबैजनाले यो मौकामा लाइक पनि ठोकौँ सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरौँ
That's the wicket again. Nadeem
आज हाम्रो
holds on
टाइगरले
to
कति
it.
हान्ला नि त
Not a lot of turn, but the length was really good from Shakil. And the field placement has been impeccable from Jatinder Singh.
Yeah, what a bowler, Shakil Ahmed, leading the pack as the highest wicket taker in this cycle of the ICC Men's CWC League 2. 48 wickets for him. He's nearing a half century there with the milestone. He's up against Irie. And immediately off the mark. That's how a centurion in the last game plays his cricket. We're just talking about Shakil Ahmed. Could call him one of the best bowlers, to be very honest. An economy in ODIs of 3.43. And in fact, in his first 15 ODI games, he got 39 wickets. And that's a remarkable feat. Nicely chipped away. Super control on this one. An impeccable placement by Sheikh. He moves into the 80s. And today he's batting like a breeze.
Yeah, that was such a good shot. Finesse from Asif Sheikh. It didn't look like it's going to go all the way for four. But that's the timing. Just picked it up nicely and in the gap between square leg and mid wicket. Clipped and beats the fielder. Aryan Bisht couldn't get there. So he moves on to 81 now, Asif Sheikh.
Quick single. Good call. Irie has already reached. Don't bother trying to inflict the stumps at the bowler's end. Yeah, a mixed bag of an over, 6 runs and a wicket. Nepal closing in on 150 after 32. Yeah, great sights, and the heritage always is a standout feature of Nepal's culture. They've got to be looking at a target here, Nepal. They have the wickets in hand. Another partnership here that can take them close to 200. And if Nadeem can eke out a wicket or two here, Oman should look to just keep them inside 250. Looks a good surface. It may just see a bit of wear and tear in the second innings. Ball may just grip further, but if Oman have to start taking wickets, then he's the first wicket that they need to take from here on, Dipendra Singh Airi. His numbers are prolific this leg. Yes, hitting them with some authority here. Got to look at his numbers in this edition. So far he's closing in on 600 runs. And the last matches, his scores read 160, 75, 23 not out.
Yeah, Dipendra Singh Airi has been phenomenal in the last couple of years. If you look at his one-day record, his career average is 24. But if you see how he's fared in the last couple of years, in the year 2025, his average was 41.
सबैजनाले लाइक पनि गरौँ,
And
सब्स्क्राइब पनि
this
गरिदिनु
year,
है साथीहरू, सपोर्ट पनि
he's
गर्दै गरौँ है मलाई पनि।
ranging in that average of 78. So that goes to show the kind of rise we've seen in his performance in the last couple of years. Beautiful.
दामी चुका।
One bounce and over the ropes, flat. As Asif Sheikh continues to impress one and all
आज आसिफ शेखले
with
100
his
हान्नुपर्छ
batting
है।
masterclass.
Yeah, just plonk that left foot forward. Stand and deliver. He knew where he was
आसिफ
hitting the
शेखको
ball.
ब्याटबाट चाहिँ 100 को
Accessed the
देख्न
gap
पाइयोस्।
beautifully, split the fielders in the deep, and fetched his four. How sublime has he looked. You were talking about the numbers, Shoaib, about Irie. But again, the standout feature to me has been the way he switched and made the transition between formats. From T20 mode to ODI mode. You place him in a T20 setup again, he'll switch back. And I guess some of the best batters in the world adapt quickly to situations and conditions, and Irie is one of them. Just like that.
Every run is being cheered from the bat of the Dipendra Singh Iyer. I feel that he hasn't changed his game. His T20 game and his one-day game is almost similar. You see that he's scoring at runner ball even in one-day cricket. So that shows that he's in good form. And when you're in riding on that form, you don't need to change much. You're in a zone. You're on a route where you don't have to do too much. In cruise control mode, as they say, and Dipendra Singh Iyer is in that zone right now, which is good news for Nepal.
Just like how Shakil Ahmed is in cruise control mode with the ball. 48 wickets, 48 wickets this cycle. T20s or ODIs, he'll just do what he does best, land the ball in the right areas. Just like that.
And that's why I feel that Dipendra Singh Iyer, you don't see a lot of difference in his T20 approach and his one-day approach. So he knows what his strengths lie in. He doesn't have to change too much. Just back his skill, back his strength. And then again, that confidence, that personality that Dipendra Singh Iyer has just adds to all of that.
के गयो
Makes
कुन
it.
सर्ट
And that will sail for a six.
6 आयो 6 आयो
Oh, he moves into the 90s with that lovely hit, Asif Sheikh. He's unstoppable and he's playing some unbelievable hits this
Done,
morning.
done, done.
What a knock so far.
And that's very well done by Asif Sheikh. Now we saw a very good innings in this leg of the ICC Men's CWC League 2. It came from the bat of Jatinder Singh. This innings is very close to that one. 94 of 94. And then he looks for a single. So he's looked very calm and composed in the middle. Asif Sheikh, he did take some time earlier on in the innings, but now he's playing his shots. And that's the class of Asif Sheikh. You rest him one game and he puts out a statement.
Dipendra Singh Iyer is itching to take that single for every prod and every nudge. 7 runs off this over. Yeah, it's been a bit of a counter attack. 162 for 3.
There's some serious questions that Jatinder Singh needs to answer as a captain now. There's not a lot you can do as a fielding side when you've got somebody like Asif Sheikh batting at the other end. He's dominated the bowlers. He's not looked hassled or troubled by any of the bowlers. And that is why Oman now will have to really think out of the box and try and break this partnership because it's growing. And with these two in the middle, if they can bat for another 10 overs, Mikhail, I think Nepal will definitely get to 280 and thereabouts.
तेरि कुन सट हानु
Just trying to go hard at this one. Had a nice visual of Jatinder Singh calling Nadeem Khan for a quick chat before he gave the ball to him. And the height may have saved him over here. Crowds going gaga. They are chanting. Nicely driven. Yeah, interesting phase in this game. All right then, Asif Sheikh. Will he try to do a Sehwag over here at 94? Or will he play along?
ओ कुन
Makes
सट
it!
गरे
And that's been
Yeah.
taken in the... What a catch! It had to take a
बर्बाद
great
भइगयो
catch to
सही
bring an
भयो
end to a great innings. And Asif Sheikh is disconsolate and
तेरिका
crestfallen.
सय त हान्छ कि भनेको त बर्बाद भइगयो नि
Hasnain Wahab with the catch, the debutant. I'll tell you
एकछिन
what,
रोकिएर खेल्नु पर्थ्यो
Asif Sheikh will have to drag himself back because he was not ready for this. A special effort in the D brings an end to this innings. But he walks back for a well-made 94.
Yeah, you spoke about his approach on 94. Will he be a Sehwag? He did try to play that in the air, and what a catch that is from Hasnan Al Wahab. In his first game, he's delivered. That was a tough catch running backwards, but you have to feel for Asif Sheikh. Except for that shot, he's been flawless today. Could have played that along the ground, could have played it along the carpet, but he decides to go aerial, decides to get to his 100 in some style, not to be. An entertaining innings nevertheless from Asif Sheikh, and more importantly, he's found his form for Nepal. 94 of 97, 7 fours and 5 sixes in that innings.
अब हाम्रो गुले भाइले कस्तो हान्ने हो त
Yeah, that's how cricket sport is. One's moment of joy is another's moment of agony and despair, and we saw that on the face of Asif Sheikh. What an innings! He deserved 100. He last got that 100 in 2023. His first ever maiden ODI 100 coming against PNG at this very same venue in March 2023. It would have been his second 3 years on, but that's left to be. And Nadeem Khan strikes as Gulshan Jah comes into bat. Very anticlimactic there by the end of it. Shoaib.
Yeah, we all were hoping that he could get to that triple figure mark. He deserved that. Not to be. Just when we thought that that pair was a dangerous pair in the middle for Nepal, Oman have managed to somehow get a wicket. Nadeem Khan, he dropped a catch earlier today, but all that is now forgotten because he's redeemed himself with a wicket.
And a catch as well, Shoaib.
Yeah, he's done well. 7 overs, 28 and a wicket for him. That's the wicket of Asif Sheikh. A lot of hearts broken. And what a catch that was, really. It does look easy, but trust me, it's not. Running backwards, stretched arms, and then controlling yourself from not going over the boundary ropes. That's a special effort.
And you feel the only false shot that Asif Sheikh played was the one he got out on. Otherwise, he's been a picture of focus and concentration.
Yeah, that was the only shot that he could have played in a different way. Could have played along the ground. Meanwhile, Jiten Kumar Ramanandi back into the attack.
Fast hands, quick single. He has so much time to play his shots. Dipendra Singh Airi, Shoaib. Asif Sheikh, if you all have missed his batting, we have that package ready for you, and he was sublime.
Oh, he was too good. I think he was really in form. Took some time earlier on in the innings, but then against the spinners, you could see that he could play all around the park. Was very agile, nimble on his footwork, and when was asked to pull, He had serious talent in that department as well. Swept and swept well. Everything right until that shot where he picked it up in the air on purpose and found Hasnain Al Wahab in the deep. Directed, and Gulshan Shah will be off the mark.
You don't do that to Irie. I'm not too sure if that was a good idea there at short covers by Hamad Mirza. Yeah, Irie likes to play around with that popping crease, so he'll keep the fielders guessing and interested, and on the ricochet they get a single. But Oman have done well. At the right time, they've always got a wicket. Each time the game has tried to slip away from their hands, they have found a way of getting back into the game with a wicket. He likes to play inside the crease. Don't call him a batter in the conventional mode. He's conventional in style but contemporary in approach, Dipendra Singh Irie.
He does like to rotate strike, especially earlier on in the innings. He's a very busy cricketer, and I think the only way you can get him out early is by putting some pressure up front. Don't allow him those easy singles. Get the fielders inside the 30-yard circle and invite Dipendra Singh Irie to go big early on in his innings. There again. He's been a revelation for Nepal in the last couple of years, and regardless of the opposition, regardless of the venue, where he's batting, in what situation he's batting, he's always come out with flying colours. Has scored runs all around the park, especially square of the wicket. I think he's very strong, and he does like to exploit any room offered to him on the offside. Dangerous batter, Dipendra Singh Irie, and
आयो भाइ
goes
चौका नि हान यार
towards that square leg region again.
केटाहरूले त हान्नै सक्न छोडेको
Yeah, I just feel Gulshan Shah has got that promotion ahead of Arif Sheikh. Not a bad idea, 3 left-arm spinners, so you want to just bring that
हान भाइ एउटा
matchup into
छक्का
account.
गुले भाइ हान्दा एउटा छक्का
He
घुँडा
spoke
टेकेर
about
ढक्क
Irie in that last game of his, brought up his second ODI 100. Add to the 750s he already has. Shah played a good innings of 44 in the last game.
मुलाले हान्दै हानेन नि
There's so much jargon present as a multi-dimensional cricketer. Quiet over, nicely bowled by Ramanandi. He'll run through them. Just 4 coming off it. 167 for 4.
Yeah, Gulshan Shah getting a promotion today over Arif Sheikh. And Siddharth Mukherjee into the attack. All about matchups, Mikhail. Left arm batter, left-handed batter. And you've got the right arm spin, the off spin of Siddharth Mukherjee.
And that's why if you're smart as a batter, you know Bukapatnam has only 11 deliveries left, and ideally if anybody has to take strike, it has to be Irie. So Shah can take a single, get to the other end and wait for the left arm spinners to come along. But Bukapatnam to me has been very good. His inclusion has helped. Remember, he missed out in the last game. Lovely delivery. Wow, got me excited
मुलाले
here.
के गर्छ यस्तो
Who would
गर्दा
have
गर्दै अहिले
felt that
आउट
there was
हुन्छ
an
हान्नु नि
opportunity
नट
behind the
रेडिङ
stumps.
यसो गर्दा गर्दै अहिले झुकिएर
Very
आउट
quick,
हुन्छ
Gulshan Shah to bring his feet back into the crease.
डबल
Good ball
सिङ्गल
there,
रन
very good
ल्याउने
ball
हिसाबले
from
हान्दै त हुन्छ
Siddharth.
नि
Yeah, he was taken for some runs by Asif Sheikh. But barring that, I think he's bowled well, especially to Arjun Kumar. He bowled really well, kept it tight. And this is again some really good bowling. He'll enjoy bowling to Gulshan Shah.
And good to see a slip in place at this stage of the game. To have a slip, sometimes you see captains being a bit more defensive, but with a new man in and the ball showing
Single
some
run
grip
पनि
and
जित्दैन
some
हो
turn, Jitendra Singh has placed himself at a widest second slip. Quiet over, 4 dots, 4 in the last over. So 4 4 runs across the 10 deliveries across 2 overs. So things have been kept very tight here by Oman, and they're doing a very fine job of it. Finally, Jah finds reward.
बल्ल बल्ल एक रन लियो
Bukapatnam grew up in Jamshedpur, played his cricket in Andhra, made his T20I debut on his birthday. At the age of 34, played professional cricket at the age of in 2016, but it's only in 2024 that he got to make his international debut. Siddharth Bukapatnam, had a couple of chats with him. Nice boy.
We've seen him in the domestic circuit in Oman. He was always very promising. I'm a bit surprised that he got a call so late. But it's also got to do with modern day T20 cricket. I feel off spinners are out of favor because of the kind of approach that the batters have taken against that art. But I really enjoy watching Siddharth Bukapatnam bowl. He's got control, consistency, and the right cricketing mind. 1 run off it, 168 for 4. Well, 37 overs, 168 for 4 as the players head into a drinks break. So shall we.
ल है
And after a
साथीहरू
short break,
सबैजनाले
we'll be back
लाइक
with
गरिदिनुहोस्
live action.
सब्सक्राइब
Stay
पनि
tuned and
गरिदिनुहोस् यसो
not go
सपोर्ट पनि
anywhere.
गरिदिनुहोस् है आज नेपालले टार्गेट चाहिँ कति देला त हजुरहरूले अनुमान गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ हाम्रो नारायणजीले चाहिँ 260 हान्छ टार्गेट भन्नुभएको छ त्योभन्दा धेरै हान्नु पर्यो नि 260 भन्नु भने त हामी हार्ने सम्भावना धेरै हुन्छ 290 भन्दा माथिको टार्गेट दिन सक्नुपर्छ अनि चाहिँ हामीलाई अलिकति सहज होला
In this innings, and you just sense that Nepal will revisit their plans for a total and the approach. Another 13 overs. Irie in the middle. Maharaj Sheikh, Karan Casey. Sumpal can't be missing out today. Some batting still left here for Nepal. For the moment though, they'll be happy getting those quick singles and they'll certainly be eyeing that odd boundary. Yeah, we've seen it all. This leg's nearing an end. It's the final game. Nepal have had the better of UAE in the previous two occasions. UAE have had the better of Oman in the previous two occasions. Oman had the better of Nepal in the last game. Can they make it 2-2?
Yeah, if you look at that pattern, they might. But with Dipendra Singh Iyer out there in the middle, I think Nepal have a very strong chance still to get to a good total. Misfield at short mid-wicket, allowing them to go for that run. Oman will have to be really good in the fielding department in the next 13 overs or so. They can't give away easy runs. Oh, inside edge. Kept low.
के गर्छ गुलु भाइले
And Gulshan will get a single, but that was very close to the stumps, Mikhail.
Yeah, I just felt the ball also lacked pace while coming onto the bat. Oh, it could have easily just crashed into the stumps. Can be very deceptive, Ramanandi. Did see him bowl the short balls with some pace in that last game. Very difficult if you're a wicketkeeper. That's not even a half chance, let me tell you. Vinayak Shukla with a brilliant take behind the stumps of Arjun Kumar. Yadov cutter.
रन रेट अलिक बढाउनु पर्यो है स्लो हुन थालिसक्यो
Yeah, 4 wickets have fallen so far for Nepal. The first one to fall was Vinod Bhandari out for a duck. Good catch taken by Hamad Mirza. It was Arjun Kumar who got a start today. Third wicket was Rohit Patel, the skipper, looking to sweep that. Good catch taken by Nadeem. But this was the best of the lot, but it's still to come. The wicket of Asif Sheikh. What a catch that was from Hasnain Ulwah on his debut game. Looking to go aerial. Asif Sheikh and had to run backwards. Eyes on the ball, quickly reading where the ropes are and completing the catch. Really well done.
He's such a busy cricketer, Dipendra Singh Iyer. Will hardly fetch a dot ball. And like you rightly pointed out, he approaches the ODI format in the T20 mode and every now and then drops anchor. 6 runs? 6 runs, 174 for 4 after 38.
यो दुई भाइले 60-70 रनको पार्टनरशिप बनाउनु पर्छ अनि चाहिँ अलिक राम्रो हुन्छ केटाहरु सेलाउँदै गइहाले नि
Yeah, Siddharth Bukapatnam coming in to bowl his last over. He's bowled well. Has been wicketless, but overall a good outing for him.
Yeah, he's applied pressure from one end. Sometimes this results in a wicket from the other end. Quick single. Fielder position almost at the edge of the 30-yard circle there. Nadeem Khan.
गुल्लु भाइ एउटा छक्का हान्त भाइ
Two catches, rather one catch.
Nah,
Two
I'm
wickets
not
for
surprised.
Nadeem Khan. Could have
Yeah,
been
but
two
that's
catches
okay,
had he
Nadeem.
taken that catch of Arjun Kumar, but he's bowled well. The spinners overall have done well for Oman.
कता हान्न
Goes for the reverse, goes for the
Chal,
switch, fetches
chal.
4. Gets cheeky, gets adventurous, and gets runs.
Yeah, Siddharth was troubling Gulshan Jasu. He had to do something different. He took the more aggressive and a little riskier approach, but when you manage to pull it off, it looks really nice. That switch hit, and it's in the gap as well.
And the good thing there, he was hitting it with the turn. So that was always going to help his cause. Into double figures, both these batters.
कता हानु
Lovely hit. That's how you use your feet to a spinner. He's playing around with Bukapatnam's jump. The previous four, he went for a reverse and he preempted the fuller ball and stepped down to hit it down the ground. Good cricket here by the 20-year-old.
घुमाउनु त ज्यान फालेर घुमाएको थियो
Yeah, this is great
चौका मात्रै भयो
from Gulshan Jha. Anticipation was right up there. Knew exactly where Siddharth was going to bowl and was ready for it.
Yeah, Bukapatnam will have to start thinking on his heels now. Yeah, that's more like it. It's the inside edge. Another run. Already 10 with the ball to go.
Gave away 50 runs, Siddharth Bukapatnam. Runs too many from him.
ल एकैटाले जोड गर्नु पर्यो
Another
300
ball to go
कटाउने
in his
हिसाबले
spell.
खेल्नु पर्यो अब
Dot to end over number 39. 11 left. But it's been a good one. 10 coming off at 184 for 4.
सबैजनाले लाइक पनि गरौँ है लाइक पनि गरौँ सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरिदिनुस् अलिअलि हेर्ने जतिले चाहिँ एक एकवटा लाइक पनि हान्दिनुस्
Lovely turnout this Tuesday morning. Who says it's a working Tuesday in Nepal when Nepal is having a match at the TU Stadium? It all looks like a holiday. It can be hot, it can be raining, but they'll get their umbrellas out to come in large support for the Rhinos. And so far the boys have entertained this decent turnout. That's why if you're around the TU Stadium, there's still a lot of action left in today's game. You can drop by.
500 जनाले 200 लाइक त पुर्याइदिनुस् न
This kind of cricket, the more he looks as the perfect fit in that middle order for Nepal. Oh, he's picked that up. Didn't get too much of bat on it. Maybe got some glove, and that's why it lacked the pace. Very lucky there, Snain Ali.
कस्तो डेन्जर शट हान्छ हौ
I think Gulshan Jha was lucky on that occasion. It was a mistimed hit. The ball hurried on to him, and there was a fielder at short fine. So had that carried to that fielder, it would have been trouble for Gulshan.
यस्तो डेन्जर हान्छ
Yeah, one bounce to Nadeem Khan. Leg by there signal, so no
टाइगर एउटा बाउन्ड्री आयो
real danger there for him. It's always a pleasure to be here in Nepal calling games because the love for the sport is second to none. A cricket crazy nation, and they really back their batters, their players, and they are chanting right now like a World Cup game. A lovely atmosphere here at the venue, and it's just going to get better and better.
लागेन
I think I could lip read or maybe understand, and thanks to our director as well who helped me bring out what exactly these fans are saying. They sing Bagayo, the tiger has come. Bagayo, Bagayo.
बाघ आयो बाघ
Tiger
आयो
has come long back in this tournament, to be honest. He's got 350s, 250s and 100. That's how IRD has played his cricket. I'll tell you what, I was there watching the
boundary
T20 World Cup
चाहियो
matches at the 1KD Stadium when
टाइगरको
Nepal were
हातबाट
playing all their games, Shoaib. And it didn't look like Wankhede Stadium, it looked like the Liu Stadium. There was Nepal everywhere. For all the Nepal matches, full houses, whole of Marine Drive packed. There was a sea of Nepal fans, the frenzy, and everyone in India too was surprised to see because it had turned into a cauldron of noise and a sea of frenzied fans and a kaleidoscope of Nepali color. And that was how the Wankhede looked like when Nepal were playing the T20 World Cup matches, and I was witness to all of it.
And it was an electrifying atmosphere. You could sense that watching it on the television. Not lucky enough to be there at the ground as you were, Mikhail, but we were part of that journey, and of course very proud of the way Nepal performed at the World Cup. Very close to a historic win against England and then beating Scotland in the group stage. So yeah, it was a treat to watch.
Yeah. Oman didn't have a great campaign. They were present as well. Lovely over this by Hasnain Shah. He's just kept it to 2 runs into the final 10 overs, and Nepal will get into acceleration mode from here on. 186 for 4.
अब 10 ओभरमा छ यही खालको रन आयो भने त गाह्रो पो हुन्छ त अब अलिकति तात्तिनु पर्यो है केटाहरू अलिकति तात्तिनु पर्यो यतिखेर 200 रन चाहिँ बनिसक्नु पर्थ्यो
Last 10 overs of the first innings, it's the last power play, which means now 5 fielders are allowed in the last 10 overs for Oman. An interesting bowling option. Aryan Bisht has been introduced into the attack. And to talk about this and lot more, I've been joined by my fellow commentator, Preethu Baskota. Preethu, your take on this?
Interesting, like you mentioned, Shoaib, off spinner coming on to bowl the 41st over to right-hander in Dipendra. Of course, he's coming in from the longer side of the boundary. Much to do with Gulshan Jha at the crease as well. With these two in the middle, Nepal would love to attack more. That one is short, but straight to the fielder. Dipendra must feel that he must have missed out on that loosener from Aryan Bisht.
That was a half tracker, and Dipendra Singh Airi pulled it, but straight to the fielder. Hasnain Al-Wahab was playing his first one-day international game, making a debut against the Rhinos, against almost a packed house. What a moment for him as well. Special occasion this. We'll see him bat later today in place of Mujibur Ali, who was injured in this series, was called in as a replacement and gets a game. Aryan Bisht. This is a roll of dice from Oman against Dipendra Singh Airi. That's in the gap. Good work in the deep. It's Jiten Kumar Ramanandi, one of the better fielders in Oman.
Yeah, Jiten is really quick across the ground. Had to go to his right, his unnatural side, but did well to save a couple of runs for his side. The good thing here for Nepal is that they have left and right hand combination in Dipendra and Gulshan, and also they've got good strike rates whenever they are playing the last 10 overs. The T20 in the ODIs since 2024. Good strike rates for both of these whenever they are finishing the innings. Again, that one is short, but again he finds that fielder.
It seems like this is the plan. I think they've worked. They've had a meeting on Dipendra Singh Airi, and I'm sure the analysts have worked on a plan on how to bowl to him in the death overs. We'll talk about that in the next over. 191 for 4.
साथीहरू भन्नुहोस् त आज नेपालले कति देला त टार्गेट आज टार्गेट कतिको बनाउला त
Hasnain Shah back into the attack. 24 and is fine. He's bowled well, just a little wayward at times. He won't have a lot of margin of error against
आज
Dipendra
टार्गेट
Singh
खासै
Airi and
ठुलो
Gulshan
देला जस्तो
Shah,
त
so
छैन यही
he'll have
तरिकाले
to
हो
be
भने
at
त
his 100% if Oman want to restrict Nepal to less than 250.
220 भन्नुहुन्छ 220 हो भने त हामी हारिहाल्छौँ
Yeah,
नि
they've certainly restricted the run scoring for Nepal. Asif got out 94. He was looking well set to get that big 100. Fortunately, it was not to be.
270 भयो भन्दा
Dipendra Singh Airi and Gulshan Shah.
मुनिको टार्गेट हो भने त हामीले जित्ने सम्भावना
Excellent
कम
rates
हुन्छ
scoring now here for Nepal. That one has kind of stayed low. Dipendra fifth over strikes at around 123. As for Gulshan, he's got the best strike rate among the Nepali batters in the last 10 overs. Strikes well over 200. So Gulshan Shah would be looking to get that long handle out. He's got all the shots in the book. He really plays well on the offside, goes over cover. Being the left-hander, that mid-wicket region.
280 भन्दा माथि हान्नु पर्यो क्या टार्गेट आज
I talk about that mid-wicket region and immediately looks to play that up and over Jiten Kumar Ramanand. He doesn't get the connection right. I think he's been not very fluent against Hasnain Shah. This is the second time he's mistimed a pull. That pace on the pitch and off the pitch hasn't allowed Gulshan Shah to really free his arms and play over mid-wicket.
एउटा छक्का चाहियो गुलशन झा
This again seems to be a plan. Coming around the wicket, bowling in short and cramping Gulshan Shah for room.
ओइ सिधै आएर
Now a full toss. Dipendra wants the second no, rightly sent back by Gulshan. Good call from Gulshan Shah.
Very good call indeed. They say never run on an misfield. That was a misfield. But Dipendra was just willing to get back to the non-striking end. Rightly sent back by Gulshan. Good plans by Oman. The captain has done his homework, and of course the think tank. They've seen a lot of Gulshan Shah, they've seen a lot of Dipendra Singh Airi. They know their scoring areas, their scoring zones. So far they have done a good job restricting it.
ए कता के हानौँ
Dot
हुन्छ त
delivery.
Yeah, looked like Dipendra Singh Airi was setting up to play the ramp shot somewhere
This side
behind
पुग्न नि
fine
गाह्रो
leg,
भयो
then
त
at the last moment decides to go against it, seeing at the length. Yeah, you can see that he was looking to play that towards the fine leg. In the end, nothing short. Then decided to play it somewhere around the third as well. A very unconventional Dipendra Singh Airi, but very effective. And that's all that counts. You can look as good as you want technically, but if you can't score runs, it's of no use. Dipendra Singh Ari definitely knows how to score runs.
सिधै
Good
हान्नु
ball. Very good ball from Asnan. They're coming back for the second. But that's the best ball of the day so far. Good news for Oman that he's able to get some reverse swing on the last delivery. Let's look at that again, Preetu.
Yeah, came back in the air as well. Defender did well actually to dig that one out, but a brilliant Yorker nonetheless. Nonetheless, 195 for 4.
Brings out the reverse. This is hit him right in front. And yes, Aryan Bish appeals for it. And the finger goes up.
गाह्रो छ
Gulshan Jha
गाह्रो
played
छ
that shot earlier. Was able to get bat on ball. Not this time. He misses.
कस्तो
But
shot हो
Aryan Bish doesn't. And that's another wicket down for Nepal.
Aryan just bowling it flat and on the stumps. Gulshan trying to play that reverse switch hit. Did yield 4 runs in the previous over, but not this time. And the dreaded finger goes up. Gulshan Jha returns for 17. And Nepal lose their 4th wicket. 5th wicket. Correction. Arif Sheikh makes his way to the middle. Very good bowling here by Oman. They have really been fantastic with their plans. Aryan Bish getting introduced into the attack on the 41st over.
तेरिका यस्तो बल पनि लगाएन
Switch hit. Didn't get to the ball and umpire had no hesitation in raising that finger. And Aryan Bish celebrates his first wicket of the match. Now both the right-handers, they have the ball into them.
तेरि कति फनाउँछ हौ फेरि
Arif Sheikh, he'll have to get things moving along really nicely. Does like to take some time, but he doesn't have much at his disposal. Gets off the mark with the single.
Yes, that promotion of Gulshan Jha not very fruitful for Nepal. And it's back to that experienced pair of Dipendra Singh Airi and Arif Sheikh now in the middle. Good bowling this. So this plan of Aryan Bish has worked so far. He was introduced in the 40th over and he's already got a wicket in his second.
Good homework here by Oman. That one is hit with real power there by Dipender. His fast hands coming into play. Good fielding there by Hamad as well.
Yeah, really well done. Saved 2 runs for his side. Hamad had to run all the way towards extra cover